Iran's tight grip over its regional proxy machine is cracking, and nowhere is the fracture more dramatic than Yemen. Behind the scenes, senior Iranian officials now admit something unthinkable a year ago. The Houthis are no longer listening. What was once Tehran's most obedient and strategic militia is now acting with the swagger of an independent power, sparking alarm inside Iran's security establishment and exposing the shrinking influence of the so-called axis of resistance. The trouble began spiraling in April when the United States launched heavy strikes on Houthi positions and Iran didn't lift a finger in response. For the Houthis, the message was clear. Tehran would not risk a direct fight for them. For Tehran, the fallout has been harsh. Since the October 7 Hamas-led attack reshaped the region, Hezbollah has been battered. Hamas is isolated in Gaza, and the Houthis unexpectedly surged to become Iran's last major functional proxy. Losing control over them is not just inconvenient, it's humiliating. Inside this new reality, Houthi leaders have expanded their own networks, diversified supply routes, and mastered concealment tactics that make them far less dependent on Iranian support. They're collecting taxes, rerouting aid, trafficking arms and drugs across Africa, and disrupting Red Sea shipping with drones and missiles hidden deep in Yemen's mountains. The group now operates with the confidence of a self-sufficient insurgent state, not a proxy waiting for instructions. Alarmed, Iran deployed senior IRGC commander Abdul Reza Shailai back to Sana'a, a man Washington has a $15 million reward on, hoping he could restore discipline. But even IRGC advisors found the Houthis drifting strategically, distracted by internal rivalries and caught between ideology, local pressure, and regional chaos. Iranian officials now concede they are struggling to rein in not just the Houthis, but armed groups in Iraq as well. Some of these military are openly ignoring Tehran's request to pause activity, further deepening the perception that Iran's proxy empire is fraying. What unnerves Tehran most is the growing ideological independence of the Houthis. They have their own narrative, their own revolutionary outlook, and their own appetite for confrontation, with or without Iran. Analysts say the relationship now resembles a franchise model, linked by convenience, but loyal only to their own interests when push comes to shove. For a regime that built its regional power on loyal militias, Iran now faces a stark reality. Its most important proxy is acting on its own terms, and Tehran may no longer be the one writing the script. With Rishika Radhya, Bureau Report, India Today Global.